The Korean server is back online with the new update, and I want to have a look at the 5 new legendary accessories. We can view their exact stats. Their shop has been updated with the new outfit and tombstones. We can see the new change to the Tevent Wand, and the Queen Belandir guild raid is back. So first of all, those accessories, and when we will get Nightmare mode. It is not available yet on the Korean server, as we're supposed to gain access to it all at the same time. There is a countdown, as we can see here, the Forbidden Ritual in 34 hours upon recording. Should be middle of the day on Thursday European time. However, we can see the new accessories as they are now right here. You will be able to save up 80 entropy shards and directly purchase the one you want. You can also get these blessing pouches, and they will now also have those legendary accessories. I will in fact purchase one of them, and we should be able to see the drop rates. Yes, 0.012%. Wow, that is minuscule, even lower than the weapons. You have next to no chance at getting these, and they're going to be seriously expensive. I will just say, don't rush the accessories, unless you seriously don't know what to spend your lucent on. But we can have a look at the exact stats. Quest log was updated, where we can select to use them, and they will work the same as the legendary armor. When you obtain it, it will drop with 3 random stats, these heroic effects. But yes, you will very likely be able to unlock what you want with unlock stones and entropy shards. If you went with the necklace, you could choose here dexterity, wisdom, perception, even fortitude, attack speed, cooldown. Yeah, a ton of good options here. For PvE, you want to min-max damage, you'd be very likely taking 1 attribute stat and then cooldown and attack speed. The normal traits here, you will choose 3 of them. You have that usual buff duration, skill damage boost, max mana, and for PvP there's all the CC chances. And then the heroic traits, you most likely would go with the heavy attack, again for PvE. But jumping to the bracelet, this has 10 wisdom and heavy attack evasion as the base stats, and then you will randomly get 3 heroic effects, which again you can reroll. It has slightly different stats here, still has attack speed and cooldown speed, just strength instead of wisdom. Again, you will take 3 of these traits. PvE, there's like max mana, skill damage resistance, and then max health. The heroic trait, again, you'll be most likely going heavy attack for PvE. Now you only have 1 ring, even though you do have 2 slots, which makes sense. We can only slot 1 ring anyway. It comes with 10 dexterity and nearly 11% attack speed. For the heroic effects then, you have all the different attributes except for dexterity, still that heavy attack, cooldown speed, but no attack speed. As we could see, the necklace and the bracelet both have that option for 10.5% attack speed. So that is something to keep in mind. And otherwise, these traits here, the usual like max health, max mana, skill damage boost, and you'd be very likely going with these 3 for PvE. And the same heroic traits here. Then for the belt, this comes with fortitude and damage reduction. Very much just something you want on a tank setup. The heroic effects, all the attributes except for fortitude. It's got heavy attack, attack speed and cooldown. The usual traits here and heroic traits. And then we look at the earrings. These come with 10 perception and endurance, so definitely more orientated around PvP or a tank build. The heroic traits have everything here except for perception and attributes, and they don't seem to have anything more than this list. No cooldown, no attack speed. The traits themselves just have the usual that you will get on your earrings, except they have bonus damage here. And the heroic effects the same as you would have on the other legendary accessories. So ultimately, the best one I would go for PvE damage would be the ring. Even though you can't get attack speed as the heroic effects, you're getting it here as an extra stat. And that allows you to use all 3 of these attribute stats or switching one of them over to cooldown. And on Invocator, max mana equals more damage, so you'd go with that. Skill damage boost buff duration, and heavy attack chance here. And that would be maxed out accessory. Of course, you can put runes in it and get the usual synergies. If you literally only wanted to min-max attack speed, you'd go with the bracelet here, because there's normally no accessory at all that gives attack speed. So this is already over 10.5% plus from any other option you could use. The other slots already have accessories, all tier 2 ones, that can give attack speed, except for earrings. Even the legendary earrings don't give attack speed. But you're kind of wasting this stat here, heavy attack evasion, because it doesn't contribute for damage as a DPS, so it will just be dependent on the build. And again, in most cases, you'll just be better off going with the ring. However, I would warn you, the costs on these are going to be ridiculous. The drop rates from these pouches are already super low drop rate. They will not be populating the market as a result. And Nightmare mode, barely anybody is going to be able to complete. It will take a while before we power creep that. And we may not even see a group beat it within a week or two. Who knows how difficult it will be. It's all a surprise in 33 hours. From there, I want to have a quick look at what they did with the Tevent Wand. I showed the description already, but basically they've changed it so it just says, on applying Curse of the Wand, has a 15% chance to apply Weaken Curse. This potentially could be as a result of the orb being able to apply curses as it being a new weapon, and this more distinctively says Wand. However, it doesn't make a lot of sense because in our current version of the game, you can see Tevent's Hunger says, on applying curse effect with a wand active skill, there's a 15% chance to apply a weakened curse. So it just seems like it's a tooltip update. But looking at the patch notes, it says the activation conditions currently applied to equipment will be changed to be more appropriate. This is again a Google Translate from the Korean text, and so I could only really assume that they would mean changing corrupting hit to not trigger it on other weapons. Because your other weapon, yes, their basic attacks like crossbow and fury can trigger corrupting hit, which then triggers those curses. And with this getting updated, still saying that it would apply the curse of the wand, meaning it would only apply when you use wand skills or use wand abilities. But again, it could just as well be a tooltip update, and somebody needs to test this. I will as soon as it goes to global, but there's no way I'm getting a Tevent Wand on the Korean server. It's not the end of the world if it does get kind of nerfed for Fury. That corrupting hit can't trigger Tevent. It just makes Deckman's, when Ray of Disaster does get fixed, better than Tevent in a lot of cases. We can check on the Korean server, did they fix that skill? Casting it, we can see it now properly does tick over time, so it's very likely fixed. The issue on global right now is it just applies all the ticks instantly rather than over time, thus not allowing you to reapply the effect of Corrupted Magic Circle from Deckman's. Now again, Balandir is returning as a guild raid. You can run that, and this time around you can get the new Ashen Fragments from here. Just be prepared for this encounter to be a bit more challenging, just like Tevent was, so don't go trying to fight her unprepared, and seems to be just the same drop table as before. Finally, the shop update. They have that new outfit bundle here. It comes with the emote, which we got via the battle pass recently, and you can see a bit of a preview of the outfit here when you click on that option. And yes, some of you did point out that it does look a little bit underwhelming without the glowy effects. If you compare the art on the promotion here, these kind of glowy effects are really what makes Calantia stand out as pretty cool. But it kind of looks pretty bland without any of that. What is nice is the hairstyle you get with this. For me, it is changing the hair color to what I have it set at character customization. However, I believe if you have Da Vinci's favor, you can always change your character's appearance at will, so you should be able to change the hair color if you say you didn't want red like this. My character's hair is normally red, and so when I wear this new hair, it remains with that color, rather than what you see again with the promotion. I can confirm there's no decoration effects here. You can simply just change the colors if you wanted to. Switching to the male character, we can see the outfit here, and there is also a custom hairstyle for that too. Not bad. It's a nice simple dress and a really cool hairstyle. Just to be clear, we don't know when we'll be getting those cosmetics. It could well be delayed for a week or two. The tombstones as well, these are the new ones. This kind of cool sword too. This vase with some flowers and a skull. And what looks like another Amba toy. That adds to the previous 4 that they already got a week ago. When we do get those, we will also get the new appearance effect tab in the Mirror Boutique, which again allows you to use any of these, whether that's for PvP, applying to the enemies you kill, or PvE, applying to yourself. And yes, your enemies will see this when you kill them if you have it selected. But it's just a visual thing. You don't need it, and it is just something that costs Lucent that they're trying to sell. That's ultimately it. Yes, it's pretty cool to get these new accessories, and we can now plan a bit better based on what other accessories we want. But even then, I would recommend not investing in anything in terms of new accessories right now and wait for further information. So once again, special thank you to the support of my channel members. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys around.